Will you open your eyes? It's a wonder what you'll find with an open mind. You may be surprised. Yeah! Gotta get away from this illusion. For the sake of the world, this delusion. It's gotta go.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Atheist Experience. We are live. Today's Sunday, December 20th, 2009. I'm your host, Matt Dillon. Joining me this week, Jen Peoples. Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. By the way, today is a very special day, and as I get to sit in the driver's seat and decide what goes on the show, happy birthday, Mom. I know she's not watching, and she would prefer a birthday present where I did not appear on this show again ever, but I love you, and happy birthday. So, yeah, today's December 20th. We are rapidly approaching Christmas, and I'm sure we'll talk about that a little bit as well. For the people who are watching already, you'll see that I brought in my Grinch. Unfortunately, it matches our green screen, so we're going to call him the Ghost of Christmas Present, so as he flies around. So, it's live TV, and it looks like things are working this week. So we're incredibly optimistic. We've already got full phone lines. They're going to be screening them and put them up in just a second, so I'll get through the announcements pretty quick. As I mentioned, this is a live public access television show sponsored by the Atheist Community of Austin, a nonprofit educational organization promoting positive atheism and the separation of church and state. The ACA has weekly meetings every Sunday at Romeo's on Barton Springs Road beginning at around 11:30. Except for the first Sunday of the month when we host our lecture series at the Austin History Center located at the corner of 9th and Guadalupe. The next lecture will be January 3rd. You can go to the ACA website, www.atheist-community.org, for more information about all of our upcoming events. There's a calendar there as well as announcements. The January 3rd lecture will feature Fred Edwards from the Coalition of Reason, who will be coming down to speak to a number of groups in the Austin area about hooking up with the Coalition of Reason and possibly putting billboards up in the Austin area as well. So if you're in the Austin area and you're not a part of the ACA, but you are part of some other atheist, secular, rationalist, free-thinking group, whatever, and you happen to be watching the show or visit the website, please come by the January 3rd lecture. It's important. We want to get as many rational thinking people as we can involved in this project so that people can recognize that Austin isn't coming late to the party. We've been here for years, probably producing more hours of media than two other atheist organizations combined. That's not a slight against them. They can just do more. So in addition to this program, the ACA also sponsors a biweekly internet audio podcast called The Nonprofits. For more information, you go to nonprofitsradio.com. That's P-R-O-P-H-E-T-S. And we were live yesterday for a special year-end show. Featured myself, Dennis LeBay, Russell Glasser, and Schilling drove down from Dallas for a special episode so that we could get just that little extra vitriol going. We'll be back, Nonprofits will be back for the 2010 season starting on January 16th, and probably nearly every 2 weeks after. It's gotten to the point where I can't guarantee that we're doing it every 2 weeks, but we'll be working on it. And I'm also working on some additional special shortened editions of the Nonprofits to kind of fill in gaps and make up for us mistreating our listeners so poorly by not having episodes for a couple months. So we'll do what we can. In addition to the lecture, the morning brunch, there's a number of other ACA events, including a happy hour every Thursday at the Dog and Duck Pub at 17th and Guadalupe beginning around 7 o'clock. And after this program's over, everybody involved gets together for dinner at Threadgill's. That's at 301 West Riverside Drive here in Austin. If you're not in Austin, I don't know, cook up some home cooking at home and pretend like you've joined us. If you are here, you're welcome to come down. Any atheist or atheist-friendly person is welcome to come to any of our events. You don't have to be a member as long as you're not coming down to preach, proselytize, provoke, punch, piss off, pester, or pontificate about how cool you are. You're welcome to join us. We encourage that. One of the biggest reasons for the ACA's existence is to support the atheist community in the Austin area. We do more than that in the terms of media outreach to the world, and we're very appreciative of all the people who are joining us live via our own streaming service and live this week with the new beta version of Channel Austin Stream. You can put that announcement back up. I added it to the tail end. If you're on Internet Explorer, you can go to facil.channelaustin.org/streaming/ch16.htm. Everybody else is going to go to the same address except for ch16.asx. That's the new beta version of the Channel Austin stream. They've asked us to test this out, so if you're currently watching on Ustream and you have the ability to do so, please give one of those two addresses a try. See, we're told that the video quality and perhaps the audio quality as well is going to be much better. We're interested in kind of putting this through the paces, and the more listeners and more viewers we can get to watch these new streams, the better information we'll get about how these streams work, and this will allow Channel Austin to improve them and modify them for future use. Because we're the only show in town. Nobody else has got hundreds of people trying to catch the stream every week, and so this is. Let's see if we can get it over 1,000 on next week's show. So get the word out if you're listening over. If you're listening to the audio via MP3, your podcast, whatever. Might want to tune in next Sunday and see if you can join live streaming 4:30 p.m. Central, and we're on until 6 o'clock. Dinner's at 6:30 afterwards. I think that's almost all of the announcements.
Okay.
Almost. But I'm not remembering what the other ones are.
I can't think of anything you missed right offhand. So I missed Schilling. Is he going to be at dinner tonight?
We don't know.
Oh.
I'm hoping so. He may be able to make it down.
Our favorite misanthrope.
Yes.
I've had an email conversation with a misanthrope. You may have been reading that.
Yeah. That's what I forgot to announce. I saved this for afterwards. In addition to being able to visit the websites, if you want to contact us and you do not get through on the telephone today, or you don't want to get through on the telephone today, or you're terrified of getting through on the telephone today, you can email tv@atheist-community.org. That email goes to myself, the co-host, some of the people behind the scenes. We cannot promise to respond to all of them, but we do read all of them. And this is very important. If you're sending an email, in the subject line, please include either AETV or NPR. That's the only way that I can guarantee that your email is not going to be eaten by my spam filters. Other people may get it. On occasion, I see an email that was eaten by my spam filters that somebody else saw and answered, and I see the response because theirs is protected. But if you're looking to get it, make sure it gets to me and to everybody, or as many people as possible. Please include those labels in the subject line. We get entirely too much mail, and some legitimate mail just gets marked as spam. Because, I don't know, maybe the spam filters of Yahoo and Google and stuff are now trying to avoid religious proselytizing. So, are you all ready for Christmas?
I am. I actually had a very interesting week. I was on jury duty this week.
Great.
Yeah.
Did they make you say, "So help you God"?
They didn't, actually, and that's something we get in email a lot. People will say, hey, how do you do jury duty? Do you get kicked off if you're an atheist or whatever? And so I tell you that there was no point in the selection process where I was even asked any questions about religion. So, they didn't even know until I said something to the judge when she was about to swear us in, and I told her I don't swear to any God. So she said, okay, I'll give you a separate oath. And so she did. So no big deal. And I was actually selected for a jury and seated, so not a big deal.
Yeah, and actually Schilling brought this. Why is there an empty thing there?
I don't know. There's like a bar at the
Jen
bottom.
is blank.
Yeah.
It should say Jen, but they'll get it. Anyway, we talked about this yesterday, and actually Schilling and I have had conversations about this before in the past. And Schilling raises what I think is a very good point that deserves to be raised again, which is giving somebody the option to either swear on a Bible and so help me God, versus choosing not to do that and just to affirm. While that may be a step in the right direction, it's still problematic.
Yeah.
Because it introduces a bias. If you're doing this, for example, if you're coming up as a witness and there's a jury there, and the last two witnesses have, I swear to tell the truth, so help me God, and you come up and I affirm that I will tell the truth under the penalty of perjury, and sit down, that immediately puts your statements in a different context. Now, it may be, to some jurors, a more positive context, and to others it may be a negative context. But in order to eliminate this potential bias, what we need is a uniform, secular swearing-in process, or eliminate swearing in. The idea of swearing is also insane. You just bring somebody up, and do you acknowledge that the testimony you're about to give is being given under penalty of perjury? I mean, that's where the true impact is.
Right.
You know, so help me God does nothing.